Hi, so welcome to episode 15 of Empathic Action. I'm joined by Sabrina Nicholson, who is a teacher, a holistic teacher in Toronto. She's also a former student of mine from one of my very first classes that I taught at McGill when I was a grad school student. So it's so exciting to bring you in as an expert on holistic teaching. I think a lot of us at home who have children, I know you teach grade 5 and 6, so, tweens, I think is the name, the right word.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. A lot of us now at home are pretending to be teachers. So I should, entre parenthèses, say thank you for the role that you play in our society, because I think all of us, we all knew it, but now we really know what a huge role you play and how grateful we are for all the teachers across Canada and the world. So I would like to just open up the conversation and ask, what is holistic education and what can you offer sort of the people watching in terms of what we can do at home with our children to provide a space for their ongoing learning and also create more empathy with our children as learners?
Thank you. I really appreciate the appreciation. Um, so in terms of holistic, my sort of understanding of it actually comes from a professor at U of T. His name is Jack Miller. He is sort of a leading, his research is leading in the field of holistic education. And my understanding and how I practice holistic education is finding a balance between mind, body, emotions, and spirit. So it is based on the belief that we have like a self, a unique self. You could call it a soul, a spirit. There's different interpretations of it, but it is understanding that every person has their own unique self and that we're a whole person. So we're not just the mind, we're not just the body, we really are a whole person. And when you teach, it's taking into consideration all of those parts in the child. And a lot of holistic education is also about reconnecting with nature, because it's also based on the belief that nature is part of the spirit. And when we reconnect with nature, we realign with spirit. And everyone has a different take. That's what I've understood from it. My take really is just finding that balance, and my passion has been to contribute to the mental well-being of my students, as well as balancing with the other aspects. But I work with some teachers who, are more about incorporating nature. Some are about incorporating First Nation traditions. And so, yeah, it's unique to every teacher. And for home, I'm not a parent, so I don't know what it's like right now to be trying to work and have your children at home. We were talking a little bit earlier that some people are adding a structure, and some of us just like to flow and we don't necessarily want a structure. And what I would say is it's unique to everyone. I don't think there's like a better way. I think if you tune into what your needs are as a parent and what works for you, and then knowing your own child and what works for them, I think is honestly the best. I like structure. As a teacher, I think structure is super important because it creates boundaries, and boundaries allow for a sense of safety. Because sometimes when there's no boundaries, there's so much uncertainty that it can actually create anxiety for kids. And so I think it's like having an overall structure, maybe, different times of the day for different things. Maybe sometime is free playtime. Other times can be more structured for, let's say, a playful activity. Perhaps a time for where they are allowed to use, their tech, because I know most parents don't want their kids on tech all day. And I think like finding a balance in that. I had some parents share with me that, when some of them were up north and their kids, like they're in grade 6, but they're building forts. Some of them are doing art outside. I had one parent share with me that they did a mural with tape, and I think it's so important to have that fresh air and the sunshine, and then just that free play. I think we've really lost that, like for children to just play freely without structure.
I think that is aligning with a lot of the articles that I'm seeing and the memes and the messages where it's like, hey guys, if you're not knocking things out of the park and you're not like on top of your to-do list and cranking out reports and your kids are, learning chemistry at home, I think we all need to have a collective sigh of, ooh, okay, let's cut each
Yeah.
other some slack. And so do you have any messages, like as a parting thought on how parents can take care of themselves?
Yeah, I think be kind to yourself. Really, and find moments for yourself, maybe even with your kids, to take a nap, to meditate together, just sit in the sun, and be kind to yourself, because as a teacher, I don't find it easy. It's a very difficult job, and so I can't even imagine what's that like, having to do your job while taking care of your kids. Honestly, like I admire it. So just be kind to yourself.
That's great. So thanks so much, Sabrina, and thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.